Hello, leopard print. I see that you're here. Can you let me know if my audio sounds okay? I am trying to figure out, I have a couple of videos that I wanted to show, but I'm on my son's PC and trying to get the audio figured out again, and I can't ever get it correct. So I'm trying to figure that out right now. Let's see. Okay, let me make sure this video downloaded. Okay. Okay, so I do have an awesome video to share. I just can't figure out how to get the sound. Hey Mel, how are you? Good to see you. Kristen, hello. Sorry, y'all. I'm just really frustrated because I might have to just switch to my MacBook real quick and get off of here. It'd be the same. I wouldn't have to end the stream or anything. I'll just log into StreamYard on my MacBook so that I can share the video with the audio because I can't figure it out on my son's PC for some reason. And also, disclaimer, I sound sicker than I feel. I did come home with, I guess, a little souvenir from someone on the ship. I'm not sure. But I'm feeling a lot better. I still have some like chest congestion, which Mucinex is taking care of that. And I sound nasally because my allergies were kind of all over the place. But all in all, I am feeling a lot better. So thank God for that. But yeah, just give me 1 second and I'm going to grab my MacBook real quick and log into StreamYard on there. It's going to be seamless for you guys. I'm literally just going to log in. So I'm not going to end the stream or anything. Just hold on 1 second. Okay. Y'all should still be able to hear me okay. Just put a 1 in chat or let me know if you can hear me. and I'm going to try to find my video that I had that I want to share with you all because one of the things that I will be doing here in the future is helping one of our friends who we now consider more like family. We've made friends with the tour guides that we use when we visit Jamaica. So I want to say it was in like 20. Sorry about this. Okay, stop. Stop. The hell. I'm sorry. Okay. Um, we made friends with them back in like 2015 when I was looking for a tour guide company to visit Jamaica and came across No Jamaica Tours. And upon getting to know them and after using them now for four visits um, in Jamaica, they are more like family. And COVID, as it did to everyone around the world, it really did hit the islands really hard because there were no cruise ships that visited any of the islands for, over a year, almost 2 years, I think they said. So, tourism being their number one industry, their livelihoods, they took a big hit. And so this company was gaining a lot of traction and has a lot of great reviews. They're very reputable. However, they're still trying to get back on their feet. So what I am going to be doing is trying to help with the advertising for his family's company, helping with like flyers and things like that. But I do want to show like highlights of our visit with them in Jamaica and the tours that we did there because it's one of a kind when you visit and you have a tour guide company that feel more like you're hanging out with friends and family than just like sitting on a tour guide bus with just like a very generic vibe to it. It's different whenever it's more like family. And I see that the chat isn't moving. So is it on my end or is the chat just not moving? Which it's okay if it's not. I just want to make sure I'm not having any technical issues going on. Okay, good. Good to know. Thank you, Leopard. Um, I get sick every time I go to. Actually never gotten. This is the first time I've ever gotten sick, and came home and just. I mean, the day we got off of the ship, actually, my throat started hurting, and I was like, okay, and then it turned into a full blown cold. But yeah. And how are you, Truth to Power? So yeah, one of the videos I did upload to my personal YouTube channel. I don't know if any of you got to see it, but if not, I'll play it because this is just a little insight into like the car ride and him presenting like some information to us about like the island and their dialect, which is awesome. So if you know anything about like us Cajuns, how we learn English, of course, but we also have a Creole dialect. Well, the Jamaicans also have their own, and he's going to explain that in this video that I'm going to show. I'm going to show that real quick, and then I'm going to get to like the beginning. But I wanted to show this, and before I do it, let me send him a message real quick and see if he's going to jump in here. He said that he might stop by, so give him a few minutes to get that message, and then I will play the video if not. But this is the one I shared on my page. And like I said, every single time we visit, it's like visiting family. It's him and his mom. I do have pictures. Hey, there he is. I do have pictures also that I'm going to share of him and his mom is in also in the video. Javia, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining. Everyone, this is Javia, the guy in the picture here on my thumbnail. This is the tour guide of Jamaica. And I'm so glad that you can make it because I was just going to show this video and show, a little bit of how you do your tours. Like he says, they're not just taxi drivers, they're your tour guides, and they actually have knowledge and love of their country, and they share everything with you, not just like, oh, here to the left is this and to the right is this. No, they do like an in-depth conversation of the island, and that's what I love about it. Of course, Daisy makes friends. Yeah, I did. I made friends with Javia. Like I said, I think it was back in 2015, leopard print, because we were originally planning to fly to Jamaica for our anniversary, and we ended up just booking a cruise. So we ended up using him as our tour guide, and I was able to get like a pretty good sized group together that year. And then like after that, that's the only way I'll ever visit Jamaica is touring with Javia and his family. But yeah, you are welcomed here, Javia. And I told them about, me helping you try to get your name out there and promoting you. So I got you. But I'm gonna go ahead and play this video that I posted the other day in case you haven't gotten to see it. So let's see, how do I? Okay. Okay, so the list of Jamaica from. Hold on, let me make sure the volume and all that's all the way up for you guys. So I was asking him about the length of Jamaica, like from one side of the island to the other. The length of Jamaica from left to right.
Okay, so the length of the island is 146 miles long, 22 to 52 by width. So we have an area of approximately 4,411 square miles. Yeah. Wow. So the length would be from east, which would be east to west.
So Otorios
to. So we're traveling easterly right now. Mm-hmm. So it would be considered to be on the west side of the island, but not the far west. Or like in between the east and the west end. And of course, we're on the north coast. So the north coast is all the way along the coast. Oh, okay. The island of Jamaica, we're the third largest of all the Caribbean islands. And we're the largest of the English-speaking islands. Oh, okay. Wow. Cuba is the largest. Then we have the Dominican Republic.
Oh, yeah. See, that's another place you can go.
Largest of the English-speaking islands.
Yeah, but y'all have the English, but then I like the Jamaican.
Patois.
Yeah.
So it's our local dialect. It's not a language.
Right.
The Patois is spoken by all Jamaicans. Once you're born.
So see, this is what I was referring to, as in this is their local dialect. It's called patois. I do spell it in here. He also spells it out. And I absolutely love listening to them talk in the patois. I wish that I could understand it fluently. There are a couple of phrases that I understand, but it's very, very interesting. I absolutely love it. Yes, you're actually tour guides that um, go above and beyond. Honestly, y'all do. Y'all are not just like, and I'm not throwing shade on any other tour guides because every company is different, but I did go on two other tours at two different islands on this cruise, and they are much different than this one because they're like, one of them was through Carnival because Micah did win an excursion, so we ended up going on a Carnival one, and it's just so not the same. So like the vibe is completely different. It's different whenever it's personal. Yeah, and JV, so Mel here is from the UK. So she's one of my UK friends. But yeah, let me back it up just a little bit here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but y'all have the English, but then I like the Jamaican.
patois.
Yeah.
So it's our local dialect. It's not a language.
Right.
And the patois is spoken by all Jamaicans. Once you're a born-bred Jamaican, you get this dialect naturally, and it is spelled Patois. Patois. And
Is
that
that a
is a
French word?
French word.
Right.
It is
Awesome.
French, yeah. So it's spoken by all Jamaicans. English is the official language taught in schools.
Okay.
Once you go through a school system, you will learn English. Well, from once you're a born-bred Jamaican, you learn Patois naturally.
It's natural. Okay.
So Patois is like a shortening of the English language. So right now, we are talking a Patois. We're not talking a English right now.
Right.
I'm talking a Patois.
Okay, so what are y'all doing? Hold on just a minute. All right, hold on, y'all. 1 second. I'm gonna look for this video so I can show y'all real quick. Okay, I found it. Let me close the door because I have interruptions. Close the door, please. Okay. Let's see if I missed anyone coming in. Green Goblin, welcome in. Okay, so this is one more of the tour of Jamaica with Javia, and this is his video on TikTok. So I will share his TikTok is, let me put it in here.
You put me on
TikTok no Jamaica tours. It is spelled with a Z on here, but either way, you should be able to find it. Okay, so let me play this one real quick. And I absolutely love this one because this was like raw and real. We were leaving the beach area. We were headed to have dinner at Scotchy's, which is another awesome restaurant where you can have like authentic Jamaican cuisine. And this was just like random and interesting. So here you go. Let's see.
Lone Box Food Domain.
Oh, I skipped it. Hold on.
When
Yeah,
your tour
man.
guiding is guiding.
How was your Jamaica visit today? Oh, listen. You guys know what this plant is? All right, listen. Break off a piece and smell it, and tell me what it smells like. Break it off, crush it, smell it. You tell me what it smells like. Step aside. Tell me what it smells like. Smells like a ginger. Smells like a ginger. Go ahead. You.
I don't know.
Tell me what it smells
Licorice?
like. Is your smelling senses working? Crush it up. Crush it up. Crush it up. I hope your senses didn't go on.
Licorice to me. I don't know.
Licorice? All right.
Ginger?
Marva, come here. Tell me what it is, Marva.
So at this point, we all put in our guesses. I said licorice. My husband and Micah thought ginger. And this is his mom, Marva Shaw. She is part of the company. I absolutely love this woman. She is the sweetest, most dearest Oh, woman, I love her to death. But yeah, leopard. He made us take a piece of it and like you crush it up and you smell it. And to me, it smelled like licorice. But she's gonna say exactly what it is.
Eucalyptus. So when you hear of eucalyptus, this is it. Yeah, man. Yes, healing properties. Yeah, for sinuses and all of that. Yeah, man. Jamaica, no problem. Are you guys enjoying Jamaica? Yeah, man. Tell them how many times you've been with us. Fourth time. For you? Third? First. She's a newbie. Yep, newbie. And for you back there, oh, that's a boss right there. That's Barbara. One love, KJT.
When
So that is just a little bit of a little sample of our experience in Jamaica with Javia. And his mom Marva, you saw her. She's absolutely adorable. Yes, you can share the live, of course, Javia. Um, and I'm going to show a little bit of the whole entire, um, vacation because I do have a video I made on Canva to show everything. But yeah, I wish I had taken more video now that I look back and think about it. But I didn't, and I can't change it. But I also was under the influence a little bit in Jamaica, but I had a great time. So, and we were in great hands. And Javia did an amazing job of, he has his own videos that he's taken. So I'm thankful for that. I also have another video on my phone. I don't know if I'll be able to show it, but um, yeah. Okay. So let me just get to let me go find my video I made on Canva real quick. But yeah, so what do y'all think about No Jamaica Tours with Javia? So, and yeah, I am going to, shout him out and promote him. And if anyone here ever does get the chance to visit Jamaica, or if you're going on a cruise that has a stop in Jamaica, and even if you've been there already, and I know a lot of people who visited Jamaica and then they were just like, oh, I'll never get down, I'll never visit Jamaica again, blah blah blah, because they didn't have a great experience. So I encourage you to give No Jamaica Tours a chance if you're visiting the area again, because they absolutely made my whole Jamaican experience ever something that we love Jamaica. We love it so much that we're planning on flying there next year to visit for like 5 days at least and get like the full Jamaican experience. But yeah, okay, so I'm not done. I have a few more. I have a video I made that covers a little bit of all the highlights of my cruise. I'll let Javia answer this question because I did ask him the same thing because, like I said, we want to fly there and visit next year, but I'll let him answer this question. So when is the best time to visit Jamaica? And I'll star that and get back to it in case Javia is, I know he's probably multitasking. It's so wonderful to hear about such a positive experience. Yeah, we really did have an amazing time this time. Every cruise is different. I try to plan as much as I can ahead of time. We just kind of went with things this time and it was still okay. Like I am a huge beach person. I at least like one of my stops to be a complete beach day. And that didn't happen this time, but I completely had such a relaxing, great time because like when we were in Jamaica, for instance, that was our first stop. Before we got there, I remember telling Javia, I was like, I want to spend most of our time at the beach. Most of our time at the beach. That's all I kept thinking about. But once we saw them again, and keep in mind that I haven't seen them in like 6 years. It had been a while since the last time me or my husband had seen him and his family. So The car ride, from the port there, just being around them. I didn't even want, I enjoyed the beach. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I have pictures of me in the beach and it was great. But then I kept thinking, like I want to spend more time with them. I want to spend more time conversating with them and not so much just in the beach because like this is about getting to know them more and getting to know more about the island more. So, we cut our beach time short, which was fine, and we went eat and we got to sit down and it was just a great time. Great vacation. There you go, Leopard Prince. The best time to visit is anytime. And he's not lying. I have been there in January. I've been there in June. I've been there twice in October. So I can honestly say it's never been a bad time. Um, the water is always amazing. The the weather is always amazing. Even if there is rain in the forecast, I've known this is what I've learned about the Caribbean is that it might rain, but it might rain for like 10-15 minutes sometimes and then the sun's right back out. Sometimes it'll rain for an hour, but it'll let up after a little bit. It's never a bad day in the Caribbean. Summer, Easter, Christmas, always festive, and weather pretty much stays the same. Yeah. Here's the interesting thing. Um, so when we got off the ship and we're at port, it is freaking hot. Okay. And I'm from Louisiana. We know how hot it is here, but it was hot. And when we got inside the vehicle, they were parked for a bit waiting for us. We had a little bit of miscommunication on my part trying to find them at the port, but we eventually found them. And it was really hot and humid. And I was like, this is similar to our heat in the middle of summer in Louisiana. And for them, this was their cold season, cold, quote unquote, because it's not cold at all. But yeah, it's warm all year long. Hi, Alexander. Good to see you in here. Um, Alexander, I want you to meet Javia. He is obviously no Jamaica tourist. He's from Jamaica. He's our tour guide. And Javia Alexander here is from Aruba, which is also another one of my bucket list places to visit. But yes, MJ, I like to learn about the culture. Um, my brain takes a while to retain a lot, but for some reason, Jamaica, I retain a lot about Jamaica. I remember a lot of the things I've seen and heard in Jamaica. I've seen like the school systems. I've seen like the police stations. I've seen some of the villages. I've seen downtown, and I absolutely love it. Yeah. Only one season in the Caribbean, summer all year long. But that's the thing. I hate summer here, but if I had the ocean around me experiencing y'all's temperatures, I would not complain at all. I would I would be in heaven. Okay, so I think I got my Canva. Let me try to share it. Oh, I'm not going to do it like that. Okay. Hold on. Okay, maybe I can do it like this. Sorry, I got the sniffles and I keep forgetting that my mic is like right here. Sorry, I don't mean to sniffle in y'all's ears. Okay. All right, I won't be able to see chat as I play this, but I'll stop it and hopefully the sound and stuff worked. I'm not sure if it did or not. Okay, so these are just pictures of the ship. Let me go back. Crap. Okay. So upon entering the ship, this was our view. This is the atrium, what's called the atrium. It's like the main lobby of the ship. This was a huge digital piece thing. This thing changes daily, the images on here. It was pretty interesting. This is the Lido deck, one of the main decks the main pool area. There's the bars on here. You can see like the little water park slide area above. There's a lot on this ship. Okay, so this is just random pictures. I always take a picture of these little things. This is Guy's Burgers. Does everyone know Guy Fieri from the Food Network? This is his branding. He has his a contract with Carnival, and his burgers are amazing. This is me and Micah, of course, on Sea Day. When we were leaving Galveston Port, the Carnival Breeze was also leaving at the same time as us. I've been on the Carnival Breeze like 3 times, so I consider her my baby. I absolutely love the Breeze, so I had to get a picture of her. She's just beautiful. This is us on the Vista. This is how it looks at night. This is the huge screen that they have dive-in movies that you can watch, and as you can see, everything's lit up. Everything's blue and pretty. This ship is like alive all the time. But, okay, how do I get back? Here we go. These are just a couple more. This is at night with the moon in the background. This is chocolate melting cake. It's like chocolate molten lava cake. It's one of my favorite. It's a Carnival favorite. This was my breakfast the next morning, which was just an omelet, but a homemade omelet. You tell them everything you want in it, and they hook you up. This is why I enjoy sunrises so much. When you get out there, the sun's coming up, the ship is all quiet, you have it all to yourself kind of thing. It's beautiful. These are just a couple of clips of once you get out to sea, when there's nothing surrounding you. You see where the ocean meets the sky. This is just one of the views of, looking up at the funnel. And this is the wake of the ship in the back. It's one of my very favorite views ever. This was just some of the fun we had on Fun Day. Yes, this is me. My son had me go down the slide. It was super fun. This was one of the drinks we had. I think it's called a Twilight Zone. It was pretty good. And that was my son on the slide as well. Okay, so this is on the day we left Galveston. This is right when we were sailing away. This is called the sail away party. This guy right here, his name was TJ. He was our cruise director. Your cruise director is pretty much your entertainment. If you have a good cruise director, you will have an amazing cruise. And I will say that TJ was amazing. When he made announcements at the end of all of his announcements, his key phrase was "see ya," and I don't know. TJ was just amazing. Me and Micah loved him. So yeah, that was just a little bit of the Sea Day, the cruising. Sorry about that. The sail away party. That's one of my favorite. I mean, me and Micah were in the hot tub on the other side of the ship at that point. So we didn't really. I went videotape a little bit of it because I wanted everyone to see it, but Carnival Cruise. Is it easy to get lost? Yes, MJ. Okay, you guys can still hear me, right? Let me see. I can't see my little avatar. Okay. Yeah, I see my little bubble moving. Okay, I will say this. Once you learn the layout of the ship, It's really not that bad, but you do get turned around really easy because a lot of the floors look the same. For instance, like, the decks that have nothing but cabins. So if you come out on a deck and you've jumped in an elevator and then you get out, you gotta there's these little guides in the middle that tell you which way is forward and which way is the back. But the layout of the ships can be very confusing. I mean, if Micah was here, she could tell you how many times we got lost. I was like, I know where this is. Let's go. I'll show you. And it's like midnight, and we're walking around the ship and completely lost, laughing our butts off down the hall because we cannot find, like, yes, it's very easy to get lost. But I did learn the ship by Thursday or Friday when we got off on Saturday. But yeah. So that was the freaky part. A lot of people say that, MJ. And that to me is my favorite part. When I am out in the middle of the ocean and I cannot see anything but the ocean and the sky, that's heaven to me. That is where I'm my happiest. But everybody's different, and I do get it, and I respect it. But like I said, I love it. It's one of the best feelings in the world to me. Okay, let me try to find this video again. Here we go. So these were the chocolate martinis. Before I left, I was in a cruise group, and I remember asking them, like, okay, so I've gotten some of the Twilight Zone drink I showed you guys earlier. It tastes good, but you don't really get like any kind of buzz or anything. They're not really strong, in my opinion. So I asked the group, I was like, is there a drink that I can try that will actually, give me some kind of buzz and, like, put your money's worth, because these drinks are not cheap and we don't drink a lot. But at least when I do, I would like to, it for it to be a reason, for it to actually work. So everyone suggested a chocolatini, and I had never tried a martini before. So we got these martinis, and let me just say they tasted like straight up NyQuil at first with a hint of chocolate. But the more you drank, the more you felt it, and the more you were anxious to get to the chocolate at the bottom, at least for me. So I finished mine, and then Micah drank some of hers, and then I finished Micah's. And let me just say, I was completely relaxed. So well worth my money, in my opinion. These were the best. So these were some night pictures. The water at the bottom did not come out clear because I was trying to focus on the clouds. Because if you see right here, like, the moon was so super bright, and I hate how phones can't capture the actual beauty of the moon. Pictures, some can, mine does not, or I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, but like this one came out really pretty. And I liked this one because it reminded me of an eagle or like a crow. But yeah, I had to capture these images. And this is from my balcony. So this is just another few fun pictures. This was the view from our balcony. We were in what's called a cove balcony, which is on the lower half of, so these above are the lifeboats. And so we're underneath the lifeboats, but we're closer to water level. So you have a closer view of the water. This was our cute little towel animal. And this is how beautiful blue it is the further you get out. Oh, I didn't see what those were. Okay, yeah. So these were just the wake. This was a sunset that I caught. This is one of my favorite sunset pictures that I caught. And like I said, I do capture memories of us, but mainly my camera roll is always filled with sky and sunset and sunrise and water pictures. This is one of my very favorites that I took. Although right here I noticed that there's a smudge. I do have another copy where I don't have this, but this view was just to die for. It was absolutely stunning. Thank you, MJ. Okay, so this. Ooh, whoa! It's going too fast. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is when we get into Jamaica. When we arrived in Jamaica, this is we thought it was a yacht, but I mean, I guess you could still consider it a yacht. I don't know. When you're looking at this thing, it looks like a mini cruise ship. Like there's even freaking lifeboats on it, and there's like little cabins, and I don't know. This was an amazing yacht or mini cruise ship docked in Jamaica. And this is just to show the color of the water and arriving in Jamaica. And this is to give a kind of an insight of like when you're standing on the ground looking up. The pictures doesn't do it justice of how massive these things are. And it still amazes me that these things are able to float on the water with almost, let's see, 4,900 passengers, 1,000. So you could say almost 6,000 people with the crew and passengers, with all of everything that's on these ships. It amazes me that they're able to float on water. So this is when I did a little perspective. I was standing on the ground and I'm going to pan the camera up, but again, it doesn't really do it justice. And as you can see, you can't even see the top. But see this little thing right here, this is a cove balcony. So this is what our balcony looked like. This is from my balcony. I actually fell asleep on my balcony one night listening to this. And yeah, the wind is loud. I apologize for that, but the water is amazing. Yeah, about 6,000 people. Because the Carnival Vista ship that we were on, I want to say it holds 4,000. I have a shirt with all the information. It's 4,900 and something guests, like passengers, and then there's 1,000 something with crew. So when you put it together, it's almost 6,000 people on that ship. And there are even bigger ships out there. And that was the thing, was like, so the Breeze is a little smaller than the Vista. And the Breeze, held a lot of people. This ship was really big for us because on day 2, just from like having to use the stairs a lot because the elevators do get backed up on the first day or so, and then walking the length of the ship, um yeah, we were like needing a massage before we could even get to any ports because this ship was very, very big. So this is a few pictures of the downtown Jamaica area that we went to. This is the local town hero, Sam Sharp. They had a lot of slavery on the island, same as here in America. So he is known as their local hero. This was taken with Javia and our group in front of the thing, the town square. Are you showing me? Okay, so this one I already played for y'all where he explains the patois. I do have a second part of this too. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so he had gotten a phone call, so we stopped recording, and then I continued the recording after the phone call so that I didn't include his personal phone call in our video. Yeah, so as you can see, that is why I absolutely love touring with them. I don't know how many of you are actually still here, but I hope that you are still here and enjoying some of this presentation. This is Doctor's Cave Beach. This is the beach that we were taken to. I've been to this beach probably 3 times. I absolutely love it. The water feels great. I know the first time I went there, we did do some snorkeling and we saw like starfish and other pretty fish. We didn't do any snorkeling this time because, like I said, we were just enjoying the moments and having fun. But yeah, this is one of my favorite beaches so far because there's a lot of Jamaica I have not yet to see. Let's see. So yeah, this is just a few shots of me and Micah in that beach that I just showed you, me and hubby, and then this is us 3 in front of the Doctor's Cave entrance. This is, so me and JV went over to the bar to get me a drink and some waters, and we had to take a selfie. And then he also took a picture with Micah for their, first time meeting. This picture here was taken at Scotchy's. You can see in the background here is where they do the jerk chicken. So yeah, that was interesting. Really good food too. Really, really good food. So this is a couple more pictures there. I had to take a picture of this area, this bar, because all of this is like handmade. Like, just look at the detail, Like, I think that's amazing. And this is him that you can see under here. They use a piece of tin and they're smoking it. And then he has it up here and he cuts it up and then he puts it into the little boxes. And this is something completely different. This is a Jamaican patty. And it's sort of like meat pies that we have here in Louisiana. Really, really good. These are just a few shots of us leaving Jamaica. I was back on the ship at this point, feeling really sad, feeling like I left a part of me behind. We always do. I just wanted to get off the ship at this point and run back to Jamaica. But yeah, these are some of the views of leaving Jamaica. And this is the same, just different shots. And the sun was going down, and then the sun had kind of set. And this is the yacht, and like all the lights of the island had come on when we were leaving Jamaica. What did I do? How do I get back to you guys? Okay. Okay. Hey, Vine. Good to see you. No problem. You just have to go back a little bit. Jamaica was on my bucket list for a long time. It should still be on your bucket list. I hope that you make it there one day. Or no, we're called Jamaican. Javia will tell you that we're Jamaican. This picture right here I wanted to show you I absolutely loved it because this was Javia's idea, and we all put our hands in together, and he actually did a post. Let me see if I can find it, because I just thought it's beautiful. It was a beautiful gesture. He got a lot of feedback whenever he did it, like within the hour of us being there, of him posting it. Let me show you guys. Okay, I have to go way back, but I'm getting there. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna have to. Okay. Okay, I'll come back to this screen in a minute, but I have to show y'all the Facebook post. Okay, so he had made this post on the day that we visited it. And so this was the picture he had taken, and the caption was, "Describe the photo with only 2 words." Let's hear those words. He said, "My words are no discrimination." And in the comment section was just, beautiful comments. Equal humans, no difference. One love, total acceptance. One love, a wonderful world. Much love, perfection, colorblind. Love has no color. One people, chosen family. A lot of people said one love, sun fun, suntan and beach life, unity, love and friendship. Like, I just thought it was beautiful. It's a beautiful idea, and I absolutely loved it. Okay, let me get back up my video. Yes, I got that Let It Be tattoo for Gabby. And yeah, I thought it was awesome. No problem, MJ. Thank y'all for being here. All right, let me I gotta load back up my little video here. All right. There we go. So yeah, I wanted to highlight that he had taken this picture. This is me and him eating the patties that he had bought. I was trying them out. I had tried them out before, but of course it had been years. And then here is the picture we took when they dropped us off at port. This is his mom, me, Micah, and my husband, and he was taking this picture. Okay, so this is the next day. Gosh, why did I do this? Okay, hold on, y'all. I always accidentally press on my phone the microphone, and it it picks up everything I'm saying. One day I'm gonna accidentally send that to somebody. So this is the next port day. This is Grand Cayman. When you're arriving in Grand Cayman, it's not like in Jamaica where you pull up to a port and you get out and you're on like a concrete port. In Grand Cayman, it's a tender port, which means that you dock out at sea. And they have these smaller boats that are called tender boats that pick you up from the ship and bring you to shore. So you can kind of see right here. Here's one of the boats picking us up. And then this is us. I'm on the tender boat taking a picture of the ship. And this is once we get to the port of the ship in the distance. And this is just another shot. This is the tender boat. So you can actually see they're not really all that small. And you can see them in the background too. They're constantly making mini trips. There's like 3 or 4 of them going back and forth to the ship all day. And they're actually pretty big boats that are bringing hundreds of people to and from the ship. This is called 7 Mile Beach in Grand Cayman. It is a long stretch of really pretty beach. This one's by the governor's mansion. So we got to visit here for about 30 minutes or so. Really, really pretty water. This is my son in the water, as in the sand is so white and pretty. This is me and Micah and the beach. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about this because this place is called Hell, Hell. It's in Grand Cayman. They'll always make a joke. They're like, "We're going to go to hell. Here's the only place you can go to hell and back." But it does have a backstory. It's actually like coral. Yes, Grand Cayman. Below deck. I don't know. What is below deck? So let me see. Okay, so this is an area within the district of West Bay, Grand Cayman. Its name comes from a group of short black limestone formations located in the area. Its eerie and rather sinister look is what gave it its infamous name. It is roughly the size of half a football field. Visitors are not permitted to walk on the limestone formations, but viewing is provided. So let's see. The name stuck somehow. The name. So the reason why it's called this. So it's characterized by jagged, spongy pinnacles of black-covered limestone. The cytokarst formation is produced when attacking algae interact with the iron shore formation limestone present at its location. So it has to do with the limestone and the coral and all that weird stuff. But that's why it looks like that. It's got more drama than YouTube. What does the below deck? What is that? I've never heard of that. But yeah, there's actually a little post office here in this little area of Hale, and you can go inside the post office, and if you have a passport, you can get your passport stamped that you've been to Hale, which is weird. But we've done it before because, like, why not? It's just one of those things that you do. Either okay, so this is the next day. This is Cozumel. Arriving into Cozumel, I think we had 3 other ships there, so there were 4 total. And this is ours. This is after we walked off the ship and we're walking down the pier. Cozumel, I absolutely love Jamaica's water. I love Grand Cayman's water, but I don't know. There's just something about the turquoise color of Cozumel at the port that I am just in love with. And this video is almost over, y'all. I promise not to take too much of y'all time. So this was our excursion. We went to a Catholic church, a historical Catholic church first. Then we went to a Mayan experience where we got to see like this whole dance put on like the Mayans, the Aztec. Like it was a cool experience. We got to do tequila tasting, in which the tequila was surprisingly really, really good and wasn't strong. It didn't burn. It was very, very smooth. And then we went to a beach on the other side of Cozumel. And so this is a picture of us with the group of the guys who did the dance. I do have a video of the dance, but I'll probably post that like on a separate video. Unless I put it on here, I'm not sure. I don't think I did. But this is some of the pictures of the beach we went to in Cozumel. This beach we couldn't get into. There were red flags up. There were rip tides like crazy. But you can see back here just how alive the ocean was. And it's, to me, that is even just as exciting as anything because I love all aspects of the ocean. And so right here you could stand, it was good up until like kind of right here, and then there was like a drop off point. And these rocks right here, this coral stuff, there were actually some underneath here. So you had to be very careful even walking because it's very rocky and you don't want to fall off into any of this because then it gets kind of dangerous. So this is kind of the main area where we had to stay. And this was just, beautiful, beautiful pictures. It's a reality show set up on ship. I never heard of that one. This is just some cute pictures. So there's this thing now that cruisers do. I hadn't done it before. The last time I had cruised was before COVID. But they have this thing now where cruisers hide these little ducks. And I mean, these ducks can be very creative, all kinds of different ducks. And you have people from different areas hiding them around the ship. The fun part is finding them. If you find a duck, you can either keep it or you can either sign your name or like your state and re-hide it for someone else to find. I only found one. My husband found several, and this one right here was found by our room steward. He put them in our cabin. I thought it was cute. And this is just more sea day pictures. This is my very favorite sunset picture that I've taken. This was a breathtaking sunset. I was just like, I think I was laying down on one of the chairs on Serenity Deck, which is a really peaceful area of the ship. And I was like, I have got to go to area and get a really good picture of the sunset because it was so breathtaking. This was another, the wake of the ship is one of my favorite views. This was a guy on one of our, so when you have your wait staff, it's usually like 3 people. You have your main server, your assistant, and then there's like a third guy. This was our mid. He's not our main, but he was the funniest guy. He's from Indonesia. He was like the highlight of our evening, every evening. So of course we had to get pictures with him. This is him with my son. This is the group. So this was the, I forgot what they call it's like assistant. Maine, and I forgot what, but there's 3 of them. There's a crew of 3. Thank you, Mel. Okay, so I think this is how I ended this. This is the song that they play on the last night of the cruise, right? So the next morning you're getting off the ship. So this is your last night at dinner. You've been on this ship for 7 days. You've gotten to interact with these people, and it just this song always breaks my heart. I always want to cry. It's a beautiful song. It's bittersweet, but it makes me want to cry. So yeah, that was highlights of our vacation. Um, that song, it's so sad, but it was great. Says me who has never been on a cruise, only a boat. No, you're right. They do have a steward. You have a room steward. Ours was an older gentleman. We only saw him a few times, but he was very, very nice. I didn't get a picture with him. I'm sad that I didn't, but he was really sweet. And then you have your wait staff, MJ, and it's different for everyone because there's a lot of different aspects of a cruise. We always do um, assigned dining, which means we eat at the same time, at the same table every single night. That way we have the same wait staff because we like to build that relationship with the wait staff that we get. If you do the other option where you can go anytime you want, which works for some people, you're not guaranteed to always have the same wait staff, and um, that's just not something we like. We like to have the same wait staff. So, it's everybody's preference. But yeah, I have been on here an hour and 10 minutes. I have some stuff to do. I got some grocery shopping to do. I got some promo items to help work on with Javia. So I'm going to be getting off of here. I'm getting off of here too, Leopard. Thank you for joining. I love you. I love you all. Thanks again for everyone being so kind and welcoming to Javia. Shout out to Javia if you're still here and listening. I appreciate you for showing up. And again, if you have any questions about cruising or Jamaica or any of that, hit me up. You know how to find me. Hopefully, I have way more traveling content on my channel because I'm kind of expanding and getting away from so much true crime and all that stuff. I just want to have a fun channel, place to hang out, and all that good stuff. So with that being said, I love you all. I thank you all again, and I will see you all on the flip side. Y'all have a good day.